Good morning, everyone. How are you? It's Simon here, and welcome to another live stream here at my channel. This is sponsored by all my lovely folks over at Patreon, who have been supporting all this content for over 3 years now. Come and join us there. We're a very happy bunch. There's loads of extra lessons, tabs, a whole bunch of extra guitar resources that you can get over there. Now, today, what I wanted to talk to you about was how you, why you learn solos, number one, and number two, how you can then repurpose them into your own impro and soloing and all that sort of stuff. So number one, what I did was I picked 4 crazy popular riffs, right? And we're just going to have a look at them right now. So let's put that up here. Present. Share screen. Okay. Let's see how we go here. So, number one, we've got Knocking on Heaven's Door, right? Okay, pretty famous lick. The one in Let It Be, at the beginning of the solo, he plays. Right. Thought we'd get slightly harder as we went through the lesson today. Might have heard that one before. And then finally we've got From Whole Lotta Love by Led Zeppelin. All right, so let's talk about, first up, why we learn the licks. We learn the licks because they can just kind of act as filler in between our own ideas. All right. So, for example, if I just put a little loop together here and they're not catch the beginning of the loop. Okay. So what we've got is all right, so how can we repurpose that slash lick? Let me just sort my camera out here a bit high. How can we repurpose that slash link to our own uses? Well, first up, we are in G major. All right, so let's think about how that works. So we've got a G. Then we're going to do pre-bend, and then back to A. Right. So the first thing we could do, we could change around the rhythm. Instead of having it going 1 and just change it around a little bit so you've got your tune. See, I've just changed the rhythm, but I've kept kind of the notes. Now, it's a bit obvious that it's come from that slash thing when I play it against the rhythm there, but let's just for a moment change key, right? And C to F, right? We're going to play. Okay. Right, I'm going to change the key of the lick as well, obviously, because we're in G major, so I need to change to C major. Now, it becomes way less recognizable than it was just before. So this is how you can kind of come across these licks and then repurpose them to your own purposes. All right, so that is number one. See that classic thing? It's got that kind of bending into the chord there, into the C. And, you know, you can really pull apart these things, you know. So let's go back to the original key. It was... all right. So there's lots of little bits in there because he's playing a G. He starts on a G. and then he pre-bends to a B, which is the major third of that chord, right? Okay, and then, so we've got melt about. See how it fits the chord perfectly because we've got a G, pretty much a G. This guitar, I tell you. Beautiful, but high maintenance. And okay, and then he goes right. So he hits a D as well. So G, B, D. Okay, that makes sense. So that's why it fits so well. So you can take that idea, let's change the notes around. So instead of it going, right, how about we went, because he goes forwards and backwards, right? But imagine if we started off going backwards, right? Or, so you can start to get a real idea of, so let's just reimagine that it's whenever it's 1991 or whatever, whenever they covered this tune. And okay, and we're just going to repurpose that so that you get so you see what I did was I changed the order of the notes that we had. Okay, idea number 2. Let's talk about it. Which one was it? Oh, it was the Let It Be thing. So all right, the other thing is if you have any questions as we go, please don't hesitate to ask them in the comments. Okay, so the song goes C, G, A minor, F, and then C, G, F, C. Okay, so then we have that lick there. And so you can hear that. You can hear that. We just have we start here on A, G, E, D, C. So again, it's just another arpeggio, right? Basically the chords split up into a bunch of bits. Ba-da-ba-dum-bum, right? So okay, and we finish down on a G. So we've got, we come down from A, there's our C, there's our G. Okay, so how can we then use this to our own purposes, right? Well, all of this stuff, here's a C major, right? Okay, C major. Right, you can hear that there, right? This kind of thing, super awesome, right? Because here's the C, the triad. 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7 is C major, right? There's the C. Okay? So imagine if we change that to F. Here's F. Here's F. We could make that our lick. Here's our F. You see? So if you did have those same chords, what chords have we got in here now? Oh, you've got the other chords, right? Let's get the Let It Be thing, and I'm going to play it over the Knocking on Heaven's Door thing. It's going to be G. Do you see how it's going to work? So you can learn these solos, rekey them or transpose them, and then basically play them over other songs, and you pretty often get a pretty amazing result, because there's only so many things to do, right? So here's a... All right. Okay, now number three. Number three is the Jimi Hendrix thing. Let's get that. Yeah, and then... So we're gonna... he is detuned, I think, a semitone on this song. A bit like the Slash one, I think. So... Now, that's pretty cool, hey? All right. Just get that a little bit lower there, make sure we can all see. Okay, maybe put my chair up. Okay, so it basically slides in this. All right, so it basically slides into this second pentatonic position. Does 3 bends. We could definitely use that in something, right? Let's go back to our Knocking on Heaven's Door, and we'll change it into G major, G major. So that second position. Let's see what happens. So what happened there is, because we're bending into F sharp over the G, we're kind of playing a G major 7, those two things together. So what if instead of bending it to the F sharp, we bend it to a G? Right? We could use the same thing. Right? Now, in our Knocking on Heaven's Door, then the second chord is a D major. So, right? So we could play G, and then F sharp, right? So, let's see what happens. Right? You see how you can then, so we've got a Jimi Hendrix thing, and then we've repurposed it onto the top of Knocking on Heaven's Door here. So, where are we? In G major. And nobody will ever know that you've had it from Hendrix and you've rejigged it on top of your other song. It's fantastic, right? Okay, so that is number 3. All right, we're coming to the end here. We are going to play that Zeppelin thing. Let's just put that up on the screen. This is a much, much trickier riff than definitely the first two. So let's just put it up on screen so you can see what it looks like. Where is it? Here it is. Steal These Licks. Okay, Whole Lotta Love. So you can see that we start on the E after the 2, right? So that we've got 1 E and 2 E and right. So now, before we even start the lick here, that 14, 12, 12, 15 thing, like, oh my gosh, you will see this over and over and over again in things, you know? Imagine you're playing a blues in A, and it comes around, the turnaround. You've heard that, like, I don't know, 8 gazillion times, maybe. Right? Okay, so there is your note, right? And you'll be able to use this. I mean, you could split it up. It's a bit like a Chuck Berry thing, even. Right? is the rest of the Jimmy Page lick, right? But this, right, you're going to be able to use that a lot. You know, imagine if we've got the, right, or, right? So you see, Jimmy Page has heard that before, and he's gone, oh, that's pretty cool. I think I'll have that very much. So, right? So you get the idea that then you can just rejig that and put it over Knock on Heaven's Door. Right? All I've done is slightly change the rhythm just to make sure that it works well over whatever you have. So I think the thing here, the main kind of thing to learn is, number one, learn some solos, right? So you can have some ammo, if you like. And then pick the favorite part of the solo that you like. You know, like, you might really like that bit. And then steal it, right? So that, let's imagine we've just changed to A, right? So you've got a song and it's like, right? And then we've got, right? And there is your beginning of your solo. And nobody's ever going to know that you've stolen it from a Led Zeppelin tune, right? Okay. So that is the idea of today's lesson. I hope you have enjoyed this. If you're catching it on repeat, hi. Do check out my Patreon page. It's patreon.com/Simon Morel, or any of the over 850 videos that I have here at YouTube. I'll see you later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.